Alright everybody, hey, this is Tony here at our cabin woods, and I've got here 3 dehydrated cantaloupe. Between Willow and I, we've been eating up, we've probably eaten 2 already. There's 3 in this one, but I wanted to show you, we're going to put this back for dehydrating as treats. And how we're going to do this is we're going to preserve it in Mylar bags. Here you go. We're going to go ahead and put some of these chips in here. I have a hair straightener. My wife's. Yep, it's hot. Woohoo, yep. And what we'll do is when we're ready, we will take that, and I'm not going to do it now, but we'll put it in between, and we'll just drag it right along that, and that's going to seal the bag. For right now, let's go and put this in here. I'm not too sure how many I'm going to need. I've done watermelon chips before as a test, and I didn't have as many of this as I have here. So we are going to start putting these in, and they are very crisp. You can hear them. I'm surprised. You know who hasn't come? Oh, I'm going to say something. You know who hasn't come around the corner yet. She is looking though. Usually she knows that sound and she'll come running around the corner wanting one. As I speak, you seen her bed? Okay. Here she comes. Seriously? Are you wanting one? There you go. You might hear her chew. Alright, anyway. I'll save her a couple after. Let's get this done. Alright, you want another one. Here, take this big one, and we'll call it done. There you go. So, we're pretty close to being full. All 3 of them. As you can see, that they're in there. There's 3 that are full. I just make sure that none of them are going to be interfering with my sealing of the bag. So, alright, that all looks about the same. They're all in there the same. So now what I'm going to do, I know that curling deal, my wife's deal is up and ready to roll. I'm going to take out 3 of these. I'm cutting it open now. I'm not too worried about them going bad just doing what I'm doing. What I'm really worried about, I'm going to put 1, 2, 3. My thing is now, I'm just going to run over real quick. I've got my vacuum pack machine over here. I'm going to vacuum pack these up immediately so I don't get no more air in there so they stay good, and I'll show you what I got done. As you can see, that packet, I just left it inside there. I wanted this immediately to be closed. The purpose is to try to save these as long as you can, less oxygen. And there's different type Mylar bags too. These here are just the ones that you can seal. There's actually a set that has a Ziploc bag on it that's like an inch down. So you seal it like you are now, like I'm going to do, and then later you can use the Ziploc part to go in and to seal it like I was talking about. Okay, what I'm going to try to do is do a little piece at a time. We're trying to keep it to where it's all stayed together. And all we're trying to do is heat it up and just drag it right across. Just what you see me do there, that is sealed. Now I'm going to flip it around and I'll show you. I'm actually going to pull this as tight as I can. Need to do a little bit more. I'm trying not to let the bag pucker up, if you know what I mean. The bag is trying to do that, and so I'm going to do a little at a time. And I'll bring the camera closer to you next time so you can see more exactly what I'm trying to do. Okay, that's done. And then now, I'm going to go ahead and slide that on here. And we're done. We're sealed. So, I'll get the camera closer so you can see this. But this is now a sealed bag. You've seen how fast it happened. It's fast. This should be sealed. I'm going to say 12 hours from now, this bag should be like wrinkled, like that, closed, sucked together, which means the oxygen was removed from each bag. So I've got a couple more to do. I'm going to bring the camera even closer without me in it so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. Let's do one more. It's the last one. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm kind of going to grab it by the halfway point. Let's grab this, just squeeze it and pull. That's all you got to do. It is that hot. It's stuck together right now. All right, let's go ahead and do that part. When you work by yourself, you got to do a little at a time. But it is, you can see I am doing it. So there we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it this way, and actually we should be good to go just like that. Gonna put it on there, squeeze it, and just pull. Looks good. So I have now vacuum sealed. That's not vacuum sealed. I have now Mylar bagged 3 sets of treats, which I would say if it was just me, these would last me 3 days. What's in this bag? Treats. It's just a treat for whenever. And now these are sealed up. I'll write the date on the bag. I'll write what they are. And I'll just put maybe a circle and put 3D, which would be 3 days I'd figure I would have in this. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna call this part done. And when these are done, I'll bring it back so you can all see what it looks like when it's completed. And then you can say, I've got something put up for whenever it may be. You can have a treat. If you want to open it up next week, you can do it if you want to. But me, they're up for a reason. And we're gonna keep on going. All right, guys. Thanks, and I'll bring it back to you I'll bring back all this when it's done.